What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Once a Nomad, Always a Nomad. On today's episode, we will be having Robert Castellanos, another player that we brought in with this Cholos partnership, and I'm sure he'll tell you all about it. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode. We are here with Robert. As you can see, go ahead and give yourself an introduction.
Hi guys, I'm Robert Castellanos. I play defender here at RGVFC, and obviously I'm one of the guests for Marcus' show, so happy to be here.
Yeah, all right, so yeah, definitely, as he said, he's playing out in RGV right now, just had a game last night, so definitely thank you for taking the time out to come in and join us with your busy schedule.
Anytime.
Yeah, so, first question we're going to get into, and I think you have a similar pathway to a couple of the other guys that we had on the episodes before. Just kind of, where did it all start for you, and what brought you to Nomad? So just take us back to the very, very beginning.
Where it kind of all started for me that it was just going to be the path to go professional was when I got scouted to go play for Tijuana. Pretty similar to obviously Chewy. I got there a couple months earlier. I got there before him, I would say 6 months before him. I ended up being at Cholos for about 8 months. And then at that time period, obviously there were some rules with FIFA about foreign players being in a foreign country. If you're underage, you can't be playing there. So Cholos had an agreement with an academy, Nomads in San Diego. Obviously me, Chewy, and a couple other guys were fortunate enough to get put in that little program. And yeah, they loaned us out to Nomad until we turned 18. And we're able to come back to Mexico and sign up, obviously, a U20 deal or whatever deal was put on the table for us.
Yeah, and definitely, as I've talked about before in the previous episodes, it was a very, very beneficial partnership for both sides. Because like we said, San Diego and Tijuana are not too far from each other. I think it's 30 minutes. So just being able to be looked at by, the club that scouted you in the first place. And obviously, we brought a couple coaches from that side into our staff as well. So it was just a win-win situation for both sides of that partnership.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I felt good. I mean, Nomads gave us a platform to obviously showcase our talent. And obviously we haven't played in the States. I wasn't playing in the States that big. I was just playing for my high school team and club team back home. So Nomads obviously gave me the platform to play academy, where I was getting looked at by MLS teams, college coaches. So it was a win-win situation for those players that obviously want to go professional through Mexico or want to go professional in the States or go to college. It gave us a lot of opportunities. So that partnership was beneficial for a lot of players.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, just going into kind of Nomads here, what was it like when you first arrived? I believe you were one of, I think you came when you guys were living at Derek's, correct? Before the house?
Yeah, in La Jolla. It was 5 of us. The first project I was saying was 5 of us. Yeah, we moved in Derek's house, beautiful house in La Jolla. I miss it. But yeah, we were young, we're just young kids, on our own, chasing this dream. And obviously we got an opportunity to play academy. For me, it was my first time ever hearing about academy, because obviously I left before that. I got brought into that. So it was just a new environment to put myself to test and obviously compete. And Derek, obviously, he gave us the opportunity and let us live at his house in La Jolla. I mean, I'll take that back any day to live back in La Jolla. But it was good. I felt good. I got there kind of nervous because it was a whole different group of guys. I didn't know anybody from San Diego. Yeah. But best thing about it is I came with 5 of my teammates from Tijuana, so obviously that was made it a little bit better for us. But the guys were good. I mean, off the bat, first day of training, they're really, really cool. Got to know all of them, and then we just built great friendships that even till now I still carry with me. So I mean, I think everybody in San Diego is kind of nice. And, they don't kind of they kind of put an arm around you. I mean, so with you too and your brother Tommy. I mean, right when I got there, I mean, my first friend there was Tommy, so your younger brother. So it was good. Once I got there, Tommy was just showed us around. He showed us all San Diego. He showed us the best parts of La Jolla, the spots to go, see the girls, where we're gonna go, jump off the cliffs and everything. Just enjoying ourselves in San Diego. So obviously the group of guys in Nomads was really a really good group right there.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Yeah, I remember when you guys first came in, it definitely, like you said, you kind of clicked with Tommy right away, and that was like a cool
Yeah,
friendship that you guys built over time. Um, and yeah,
yeah,
it was just cool to watch, obviously, because like you said, he's my younger brother, and so obviously that helped us also build, a little connection as us helping out throughout your time with Nomads. So it was pretty cool to see.
yeah.
Yeah, next question is, so, we talked a little bit about what it was like when you first got there. So as far as your entire duration with us, like how was that experience for you?
Um, I mean, I think that was one of the, like I would say, well, I changed the most. I say that was really challenging for me. I learned a lot. Obviously, when I first got there, it was a whole different environment for me. Obviously, Derek was treating us like amazing. Let us stay in his house, one of the best houses I ever stayed in my life. In La Jolla, always treated us good. I mean, our meals, everything. He just took care of us, and all we had to do was perform. He gave us opportunity.
Yeah.
Um, but it was amazing. I would say. I mean, for me, honestly, my second home is San Diego. So if it wasn't for that step to take when I went to Nomads, I wouldn't have grown such a big like friends and everybody there in San Diego. Like I would consider San Diego my second home. For me personally, I wouldn't want to retire there. I think it's the best city in my personal opinion. But yeah, that just changed my whole perspective of like places I've been to in all of California, all over the States, in Mexico. No place is better than San Diego for me. Obviously, that's my second home. I would consider it. But yeah, I get great friendships. I had friendships with you, your younger brother, David Nunez, Adam, all my friends. I mean, considering all my friends are from San Diego right now, so it was great. Honestly, it's just like that part from going from like 16 to 18, those 2 years that I was there, just like that's when I grew the biggest bonds and friendships there, and I met great people there. That's like when all my dreams were coming true. Obviously, with the opportunity there, so I'm super grateful for that opportunity I was given.
Yeah, it was definitely an awesome time. Very, very, maybe the first year, not so successful. As Chewy talked about, he said it was just kind of like a test period, like a trial run
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, oh
Obviously,
yeah, of course.
the next season turned out pretty well for
Yeah, it was.
so.
No, yeah, for sure. The first year was kind of a test. It was like we're all testing waters. It was like our first time Cholos never seen any players there, seeing how we're gonna adjust to the system, to the way the style of play, and everything. And some players weren't happy at moments, but it's at the end of the day, like we just had to suck it up at moments that things weren't going well, and click and just help each other out, because at the end they were all there for the same objective. To make the team look good. And if the team looks good, individuals start looking good. But yeah,
Yeah.
the first year I would say for sure it was a big test. But I mean, Derek and the whole coaching staff and everything, it wasn't perfect, but we adjusted, and props to Derek and everybody at Nomads that you guys, I mean, I'm be honest, we're young, we're reckless, we're a handful. And Derek did amazing with us. Even looking back at it, I even talked to Chewin and Augie and Tira about it, and it's just like, yo, like we went through a lot, and obviously, we're young, we're doing a lot of like bad decisions, but you guys were always there backing us up. So even though we're away from home, like that was our second family. Like Nomads were our second family. Like you guys were our second family. Like the players in our team were our second family. Like Adrian Jr., Adam, like all of them, like
Yeah.
Alfredo, like all of them were just like our homies, like our family. So that was the best thing about it. Like once we got there, it became more than just teammates and stuff. We became like a family there. We trained twice a day, every day. So it was good. It gave us a good place to be with a good group of guys.
Yeah, definitely. And I've talked about this before. I think when you're looking at like you said, you kind of grew a lot, but you did work for it. You know what I mean? I told T-Raw this on his episode. I think if you look at people who were constantly putting in the extra work and always doing things just everything double, you know what I mean? Obviously you have your trainings and your gym and all that stuff, but you at home, you had your weights under your bed, you know what I mean? You just constant at home workouts consistently, you know what I mean? And I think your work ethic was one of the highest that I had seen come through Nomads in a long while.
Yeah, it was honestly at that moment, and it was just it felt good because obviously I started just doing like extra workout and stuff, because at that moment I had something to prove. You know, I was new at Nomads and everything. And then my second year, I was like, all right, it's my second year now. People are like, obviously, Derek gave me to become the captain, so I had like a bigger role to to be. You know, so then at that moment, I was like, if they're looking up to me, I gotta set the tone. So obviously, I started working out, and then Hera, and then Kike, and then Tiro, and it felt good because we started pushing each other. And that's the environment that I felt really good in, because we all started working out the house. We all started putting the extra work in, and it was great. And yeah, just something I mean, I'm just wired like that. Just always been wanting to give extra, because I know, like, no matter what, if you put in enough work, like, the results will come, you know. Like, if you don't focus so much on everything else, just focus on your work ethic and just putting in the work, like, the results will come. So I mean, that happened the first year. It was like a test. I ended up just putting in the work. Next year, we had a little stronger group, better chemistry with the team, and obviously the results were showing up at that moment.
Yeah. So honestly, you know, speaking of the results, you know, of that second year, I think this kind of feeds perfectly into that next question, which is, what was your biggest accomplishment as a Nomad?
Damn. Honestly, making it a playoffs. I mean, that was probably like big time for us. You know, it's honestly throughout the league, everybody at that moment was just looking down on us. We're like the underdogs. You know, like, it was just Nomads. It was just. But at that moment, I felt so, like, I knew our team was bigger than that. You know, I knew we could compete against bigger clubs, especially the MLS teams. I know we had it to compete against them. So I think the biggest compliment is just get Derek and the coaching staff giving me responsibility of being the captain of that team and helping them as much as possible to help the team go into playoffs. So I think that's my biggest accomplishment, making it to playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. That was, yeah, you know, just like I said, seeing the work that you put in from beginning to end in that season. Obviously, I've said this before. You know, I was living in the house during that season.
Yeah.
I kind of saw everything you guys did. You know what I mean? And just seeing that work, and you know, like you said, the bond. You know, the morning trainings, the afternoon trainings, just everybody. That was a very, very close-knit team, and I think everybody from that team has kind of touched on that. You know what I mean? And they've had a similar biggest accomplishment with the club. And like even T-Raw stated that it was, you know, nobody gave us a chance that season in the playoffs, regardless. Like, they thought every game was our last. You know what I mean? So it was cool to see you guys push. It was definitely cool to see you guys like push through that and take it as far as you did.
Yeah, that was a big accomplishment just towards everybody. It's just, I mean, at the end of the day, having a group of guys like that and just having kind of everybody just like not believing in us in that way in the league, like, everybody just thought we're just another team. But I mean, we went undefeated for like 12, 13 games straight. Went to Indianapolis, and then we went undefeated in that. And then, you know, we just shocked everybody, and that was the best thing to do. Just like, don't let people judge us. You know, like, no matter who we are or whatever, like, we came to play and we're gonna show up. You know, and we're able to get the results. I mean, that group of guys, I think, was special, especially like Augie when he came in. Like, Tiro, once he came in, it was just like. Yeah, I think he came in a group, I think if Tiro would have came our first year, he wouldn't have got the same results as second year. I felt like the second year that team suited him. Like, you know, that team literally, that team suited him. Like, we were all like, we worked for Tiro. Like, Tiro was putting the goals in for us, and we were giving it up. Like, Tiro worked so good with that team. Like, we had such a good bond. So I feel like if he would have came our first year, it would have been a little bit. His success is always going to be there, but I don't think it would have been the same because it was the first year, his first test. But our second year was like, all right, we got everything like kind of like locked in. We knew the players that were going to play. We had a good base, a good foundation. And then T-Rod just came in, and he was the missing piece we needed, you know. And obviously, he was a big part to that team's success.
Yeah, I mean, and as we talked about, you know, T-Rod worked hard. I mean, he was number 4 in the national rankings for leading goal scorers that season with 17, and then he put in 4 in 3 games in the playoff bracket as well. So, just like you said, you guys kind of you guys were a team that was built for him to fit in and work hard up there at number 9. So it was cool to watch, man.
Yeah.
All right, next question, and I personally enjoy this one. It's gonna be, you know, what's your favorite memory with the club? But a thing I've been doing previously is first telling you my favorite memory with you, and then we'll go ahead and tell your favorite memory with the club. So obviously for me, it's gotta be just I mean, the countless days where, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go shoot some free kicks at Kinsell. Does anybody want to come? And it would only be you, just you. You know what I mean? So we work on long balls, free kicks, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And I think just your willingness again to just come out and just put in that extra work and want to learn was definitely something that stuck with me for a while.
No, yeah, that was for sure fun. I mean, obviously, we went to Kinsell. Derek had kind of this thing about us, messing up the field. So obviously, when we would go with him, we'll be kind of restricted to do certain things. But obviously, sometimes you will sneak us in, and then it's just like it was free for all. We go in there, just shoot free kicks. We'll do the long balls. So yeah, I mean, that was one of the good memories back then. Going in and just shoot, seeing just upload videos of us shooting free kicks. That was for sure super fun. I think for me, another good memory that I would say I hated it at that moment, but right now I enjoyed looking back to it. I just enjoyed it. I think it was our fitness, our Monday beach runs. Those, like, just to think about it, like we had the privilege to go and do fitness at the beach, even though we hated it, like running from like the pier to the wall and back, like under a certain amount. And it was just like, but that made us stronger. That made us super fit, honestly. Like, we're all competing, and we hated those days. And Derek would be like, see you guys at the beach? Nobody wanted to show up. Nobody, like, we all hated it. But it was worth it, honestly. Like, looking back at it, like, I enjoy it. Like, you can't get anything better than that. Fitness at the beach, like, the water's right there, So that's probably one of the moments I look back, I'm like, damn, that was horrible at the moment, but looking back at it, everything around it was perfect. Like, you're with your boys, you're doing fitness, you're working as a team, and I think that was one of the good memories right there.
Yeah, definitely. I just remember driving you guys down to the morning sessions at the beach. Everybody in the van, like, please take us somewhere else.
Yeah, everybody had that morning face. Nobody wanted to do fitness. Like, nobody wants to do fitness, but like, you want to be fit, so.
Exactly.
But yeah, those moments were good.
Yeah, and like you said, it definitely helped you guys in the long run, just being fit, being able to finish off those last 10 minutes as strong as you started the first 10, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
All right, next question, and this is probably another favorite of mine in the segment, and especially with your guys' relationship was pretty awesome throughout your time there. What is your favorite memory with Derek?
Damn. Favorite memory with Derek. I mean, me and Derek, we go back. I mean, me and him had, I would say, besides his and Chewy's relationship, then it's mine and Derek's. Like, we like go head to head. Like, I mean, I'm so grateful for having him in my life through my soccer. I mean, at that moment, I disagreed in so many decisions he made. But thinking about it, like, it was just like, he was right in most of them, It was just me being kind of like young, at the end of the day, you're just young sometimes. But Derek was one thing, just Derek always took care of us. That's one thing. But that I appreciated, like, even until now, like, I'm like, yo, like, he really put all this in for us, and like, no matter what, like, we're at where we're at in our life because he took a chance on us,
Yeah, exactly.
And he took care of us. So that's always going to be, like, I'm always going to carry that with me no matter what. Like Nomads is him. Derek is Nomad. So, like, for me, he is the one that gave us the opportunity to get where we're at right now. And it was big time. Like, Nomads, obviously gave us a lot, despite of everything else that was the ups and downs we had. Like, it gave us the place we want to be in. But the best memory me and Derek had, I would say me and him fighting about me beating the Twins I beat them on the tree runs, and Derek, until this day, I think he's going to take it that he said I didn't beat him. He said I cheated, and I know I beat the Twins at the tree run. And I remember arguing after I ran. I'm over here gassed. I can't even talk. And I'm like, Derek, look at the time. And David Nunez was there. He can't even tell you that I beat the time. And Derek was like, nope, you skipped the tree. And I was so mad, and so, because I ran so hard, because, obviously I'm super competitive. And he told me, like, the fastest players he's ever had that had the tree one was the Twins. And I told him, like, I'm gonna beat it one day. That day came, and I beat them, and Derek was like, nope, you didn't beat him. So that's probably one of my best memories, just arguing with him about the tree run. It was just like, it's so pointless.
Yeah.
But just me and him going at it. Just me telling them like I beat them, and him just, saying I didn't. So some of us know the true story behind this. Some of us know that I did beat them. But until this day, Derek, I think, was still. I mean, I talked to him last year. I brought it up, and he just laughed it out. So I mean, I don't think he's still. I think until he's gonna take it with him, I don't think for me, honestly, I beat them. The guys all saw it. David Nunez had the stopwatch and everything, but I think that was one of my best memories. Me and Derek just, arguing it out to see who won, who got the best time of the beach runs, or the tree runs.
Yeah, definitely. And, like you said, it's just over something so small, but you never know. Derek could have been just doing it to be like, you know what, Robert, maybe Robert, because, I know Robert, maybe he'll go harder again on the next one. And maybe he knew you. He just wanted you to keep going hard. You know what I mean? So,
No, yeah, and that's something Derek would always do, reverse psychology. So I do believe he has something up his sleeve on that. But I mean, just those moments of just like, me and him just him always pushing me.
Yeah.
Like at that point, like you said, like he just wanted more from me. So at that moment, I was just young and still kind of always thinking I was always right, at moments. So then he set me on the right path with that,
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's I think that's a great answer. It just shows, perspective on things with Derek, and how everybody has their moments with him.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
Derek's your coach. You're gonna have a moment. It's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, like that would be one of my, like, if I could add, because I just thought about it right now, if I could add one other special moment with Derek, and I felt like it was probably the most like emotional at the moment, was when I scored against Salt Lake at their home in the playoffs for the quarterfinals for us to go to the Final Four. After that game, like. Yeah, we went up 1-0. I scored off a corner kick. And then I just remember Derek was just like, kind of like tearing up a little bit. And I was just like, damn, like, because he put so much into the team, like he put so much into this like organization. And like, I don't know, just him, like even sometimes at moments players didn't believe it, like the parents didn't believe it, but like deep down, he believed how far we could make it. And just like seeing it come to reality, like we made the Final Four, like we made the best 4 teams in the country, and we made it. And I looked at him after the game, and I hugged him, and he was just like, that felt like in that disbelief moment, but I was just like, damn, like we really did this for him, So I think that was another one of my favorite moments. Just like, obviously we won that game 2-0. Adam, had a breakaway and ended up scoring a breakaway goal, 2-0 up on. And the thing is that they wrote about it like. Reports right before the game saying like Salt Lake versus Nomads, like Salt Lake 80% win, Nomads like 20. Like, everybody was just like, nobody expected us to beat them at their house, and for us to beat them and then to travel back and just see Derek like that emotional and that happy, it was just like, I just couldn't get anything better than that.
Yeah, and then we all know he's going to retire after that season, but I think we kind of know where that headed. I mean, he's still there.
No, yeah, for sure. No, he's always gonna be there. He's always gonna be there, giving his opinion.
I don't think he can give it up for as long as he lives. You know what I mean? He doesn't have it in him to just give up. So.
Nah, I'm telling you, like we need a statue of Derek Kinsell. Like that's what's needed right there. Him like that.
Yeah, right at the halfway line,
We need something like that.
All right, man. Yeah, well, I love that. So, just going into the last question, this is a pretty important one for most guys. You know what I mean? They do have a lot to say about it when it comes to this question. So just, basically just explain to me, what does Nomads mean to you?
To me, Nomads, it's just I would say like family. Like if I could just put in one word and then describe from there, just one word, Nomad is family to me. Like I said earlier, that's where I have all my friends. I got a good group of guys there that I'm gonna take with me for the rest of my career. Like I'm still in contact till now.
Yeah.
We all have taken different paths, but until this day, we all talk about it, and we like even now we have a group on like Snapchat about 2290 Hanford Drive. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna be in that forever, you know. So just like it gave me that bond with these, like, I would say, teammates that became my brothers in San Diego. And if it wasn't for that, I would never ever see San Diego the way I do. Like every off season, like Palmdale is my home, you know, that's always gonna be my home. But I spend more time in Temecula and San Diego, like on that side, like my whole off season, because that's where I do my training, my off season training, and that's where I'm at hanging out with my friends every weekend, you know. Like I go see my family, but I honestly spend more time in San Diego because it's just, I feel more alive. I would say, just it feels more at home. I have a lot of memories there. So yeah, Nomads for me, just Nomads reminds me of home. You know, like no, it reminds me of San Diego. It reminds me of like the friendships I grew. It reminds me of the memories I had, like playing all over San Diego. You know, yeah, it gave me a different perspective of what to see outside of soccer. You know, at the end of the day, just soccer was just competitiveness and just like, okay, go get results and me, you know, just like see what. But when I was playing Nomad, it was like, that's when I looked at the team and I was like, yo, we're all people just trying to strive and just become better, and we all did it with working together, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, my last year at Nomads really, I learned a lot. I got great friendships. I met so many people there. Just, I think was one of the best experiences in my life. And I'm super grateful for it. At that moment when I was living there, like sometimes I did take things for granted, and it happens, you know, when you're in the moments, you always take some things for granted. But even then, I even talked to Chewy. We look back at it, we're like, damn, like we lived in those kind of, like we lived in La Jolla, but and like in that, at Derek's house, like we lived in these kind of areas. Like we were just so grateful for having all those opportunities, and just like waking up and just going training and waking up and having nothing to think about. Just you're gonna go out there and just train and have fun, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that for me, Nomads, like it's a big part of my my career. It gave me a lot of friends, a lot of like friends I consider family now. And yeah, like whenever I think about, like, to put it in smaller words, whenever I think about San Diego, I think about Nomads. Whenever I think about Nomads, I think about San Diego. Like that's just a place for me that would always be really close to my heart. So it's always gonna mean something to me. And the group of guys there is just it's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, like I think you know, something that Chewy and T-Raw also touched on is kind of like, you know, especially with Derek, like he kind of just teaches you how to be a pro while you're not.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And
yeah,
moving you down here, you know, away from your family and, you know, into the Nomad's house and things like that. Chewy and T-Rod touched on that, you know, it helped them be a lot more comfortable with what they're doing now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. It gave us that stepping stone. Like Derek let us put us in situations that were uncomfortable, you know, so we could grow. Like you just said, like he made us act like professionals before professionals, you know. He held us at that standard. And it wasn't even just him too, like even Nader was there, like your dad was a big help for us, your mom as well. Like it was crazy to understand that you guys didn't even know us, but yeah, you guys have so much love for us, you know. And that's what I'm talking about. Like Nomads is always gonna be so close to me because it's just like you guys didn't even know us. Like none of you guys, like you and your brothers, like Dan, like David, like Mary, like Nader, everybody, Nana. Like I consider Nana as my Nana, you know. Like that's just how it is. Like and it's just like you guys didn't even know us, and you guys all treat us like family. And like no matter what happens, like that I'm always gonna care with us, you know. And that's the thing, like all you guys held us at such a high standard because you guys knew where we could go, you know. Like even your dad would always talk to us and give us pointers on things we had to fix whenever he could. All you guys gave us examples, you know. Even though like we made some mistakes, you guys like didn't criticize us. Like we were young, we were making a lot of mistakes, but you guys didn't. Were like I'm telling you, we made a lot of mistakes, and it was easily for Derek to be like, you know what, F off, go home, this and that. But no, you guys stuck there when we were going through rough times individually, and you guys were always there. So that was something that was always grateful for Nomads. Like it's just you guys made Nomads a family, and regardless of your background, regardless of your skin color, your like whatever, you didn't judge no, you guys didn't judge nobody. You guys kept everybody in. You guys treated us all like family. Like I'm telling, like that platform you guys gave me, Chewy, Augie, like it was amazing. And that's one thing I honestly will always keep with me, is just like you guys really, like you guys didn't even know us like that, and you guys really took care of us, like, you know. And that's where we grew like such great bonds, like you and me, like me and Tommy, like Dan and us, like big like David, Mary, like everybody, you know, like you guys had us eating at your house every day, like, you know, and we're at the same dinner table. But yeah, I mean, you guys did literally everything you guys can to give us the things we needed, the tools we needed in life, to become pros. Like Derek held us at a standard on the pitch and off the pitch, you know. And when we traveled, David as well, Nader as well, and then Mary, you know, Mary made everything possible for school. Like if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have graduated on time with obviously all the difficulty we had with training and stuff. But like she made it happen, you know. And yeah, just the support, like this is support from you guys, the Armstrongs, you know, everything, just the support from you guys, the Armstrong, the Diaz, all you guys just helped us. And just like, as you think about it, and you're like, whoa, like they really just did all that for us. Like, really, nothing to benefit out of it. Like it wasn't for you guys for like, oh, we're gonna do this. No, you guys just did it because you guys saw us, and you guys saw something in us that we didn't see at the moment, you know. And then you guys gave us that chance, and we just, you know, we did everything we could to make it happen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man, you know, I love that answer. You know, I think that's something we kind of strive to be as a club, is very welcoming and very like family oriented. Like obviously, you know, it's a family business. You know, I mean,
yeah.
Like, I have my uncle, my grandpa, my aunt, my mom, my dad, you know, everybody works within the business. So I think that's just kind of like the family aspect of things is what we try to bring to with the players as well. So I think, you know, that's really awesome that you on that. And obviously, you know, you said Nomads to you means family, just bonds that you built, like lifetime friendships, you know what I mean? Something you can come back to. But yeah, man, I mean, I think, you know, that's going to wrap it up for the questions. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much again for taking the time, you know, out of your schedule to come on here and do this. This was really awesome.
No, thank you for having me. I mean, anything you need, you know, I'm always here, and I appreciate you having me for this, because honestly, brings back a lot of good memories. And obviously, when I go back to San Diego in off season, we gotta make more memories.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, so just that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode, guys. We will be having another episode coming soon, so just stay tuned, like, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode.